Good morning students. Today we will solve the questions from exercise 13.2. We have already solved the questions from exercise 13.1 students. So today we will discuss about direct and inverse proportion. So in exercise 13.1 we have solved the questions related to direct proportion. So in exercise 13.2 we have to solve the questions, and these questions are related to inverse proportions students. We have already know the formula for the direct proportion and inverse proportion students. In direct proportion, if there are two quantities and one quantity is increasing, then other quantity will also increase, and if one quantity is decreasing, then other quantity will also decrease. But in inverse proportion student, if one quantity is increasing, then other quantity will decrease, or one quantity is decreasing, then other quantity will increase. So formula for the inverse proportion, that is their product is constant. It means x1 into y1 is equal to x2 into y2. Clear students? X first quantity, this one second quantity, and if there are two quantities, that is x and y, if x is increasing and y is decreasing, or x is decreasing and y is increasing, so there will be inverse प्रोपोर्शन. अगर टू क्वांटिटीज इस तरह से हैं स्टूडेंट्स, जिसमें एक क्वांटिटी इंक्रीज कर रही है और दूसरी डिक्रीज कर रही है, या पहली क्वांटिटी डिक्रीज कर रही है तो दूसरी क्वांटिटी इंक्रीज कर रही है, यहाँ पर इनवर्स प्रोपोर्शन होगा. सो फार्मूला फॉर द इनवर्स प्रोपोर्शन इज x1 y1 इज इक्वल टू x2 y2. सपोज देयर आर सम क्वांटिटीज दैट इज लाइक दिस. X and y are two quantities. This one x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3. So x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2, or x1 y1 is equal to x3 y3. So their product will be constant students, means x into y is equal to constant. In our previous video I have explained it students. So you have to solve the questions related to inverse proportion using formula x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2. This is the single formula to solve the questions of इनवर्स प्रोपोर्शन. इनवर्स प्रोपोर्शन के जो क्वेश्चंस होंगे स्टूडेंट, उसको सॉल्व करने के लिए हम इस फार्मूले को यूज़ करेंगे. स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज question number first of exercise 13.1, and in this question, which of the following are in inverse proportion? There are some statements in this question student. There are 5 statements, and we have to choose the statement that is in inverse proportion. Statement is the number of workers on a job and the time to complete the job. Students, this statement, the number of workers on a job and the time to complete the job. Students, in this question, if the number of workers increases, the time taken to complete the work will be decreases. अगर वर्कर्स की संख्या हम बढ़ा देते हैं स्टूडेंट्स, तो यहाँ पर जो टाइम लग रहा है, जो समय लग रहा है, नंबर ऑफ डेज जो लग रहा है, वो कम हो जाएगा. तो ये किस तरह का रिलेशन है? यहाँ पर इनवर्स प्रोपोर्शन है स्टूडेंट. अगर एक क्वांटिटी इंक्रीज कर रही है, दिस वन इंक्रीजिंग एंड दिस वन y, दिस वन डिक्रीजिंग. x and y are two quantities. Let x be number of workers and y is the number of days. So if the number of workers increases, then it will take less time, means number of days will be decreases, ये कम होगा. स्टूडेंट्स अगर इस तरह का रिलेशन है जिसमें एक क्वांटिटी बढ़ रही है तो दूसरी कम हो रही है तो वहाँ पर इन्वर्स प्रोपोर्शन होगा. सो आंसर ऑफ फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन इट इज इन्वर्स प्रोपोर्शन. Second part of the statement, that is the time taken for a journey in the distance travelled in a uniform speed, it is direct proportion. स्टूडेंट यहाँ पर स्पीड सेम है तो टाइम ज़्यादा लगेगा तो ज़्यादा डिस्टेंस कवर करेगी व्हीकल, या टाइम कम लगेगा तो कम डिस्टेंस कवर करेगी क्योंकि स्पीड यूनिफॉर्म है. सो दिस रिलेशन इज डायरेक्ट प्रोपोर्शन. Second part of this question is direct proportion. Now we have to find the third part, that is area of cultivated land and crop harvested. Area of cultivated land and crop harvested. Students, this relation is also direct relation because if the cultivated land will be more, then the crop that will be harvested be more. So it is also direct proportion. So direct proportion, this one. And fourth part of the question, students, this one fourth part of the question, and the time taken for a fixed journey and the speed of the vehicle. Students, डिस्टेंस इज फिक्स्ड हियर. जो डिस्टेंस जर्नी जहाँ कवर करनी है, जो जर्नी वहाँ पर डिस्टेंस फिक्स है. अब स्पीड और टाइम इन दोनों में हमें रिलेशन फाइंड आउट करना है. अगर हम व्हीकल की स्पीड को ज़्यादा करेंगे तो टाइम कम लगेगा, अगर व्हीकल की स्पीड कम है तो टाइम ज़्यादा लगेगा क्योंकि हमारा जो डिस्टेंस है वो तो फिक्स है. स्टूडेंट्स, नाउ इन दिस देयर इज इनवर्स प्रोपोर्शन. सो in statement 4 there is inverse proportion. And fifth part of this question, student, and that is the population of a country and the area of land per person. Population of country, students, किसी भी country की जो एरिया होती है वो फिक्स होती है. If the number of persons increases, then the area will be decreases. If the number of person decreases, then area will be increases. If the number of population in the country will increase, then the area per person will be decrease. So there is inverse proportion. Clear, students? This was the question number first, and in this question there are 5 statements and these statements are related to inverse and direct proportions. So you have find that first statement related to inverse proportion, second and third are direct proportion, while fourth and fifth statements related to inverse proportion. Now we have to solve the question number second, students, and in this question, in a television game show, the prize money of rupees 1 lakh is to be divided equally among the winners. Complete the following table and find whether the prize money given to an individual winner is directly or inversely proportional to the number of winners. So in this question, students, we have to find out the unknown values and we have to find out whether the price given to the individual is directly proportional or inversely proportional. Clear, students? So this one table is given here and we have assumed that if the number of winners is 4, then price will be x1. If the number of winners will be 5, then price will be x2, and number of winners are increasing here, and the price will be x3, x4 and x5 and so on. So we have to find out the value of x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5. First of all, students, if the number of winner is 1, then he will get 1 lakh rupees. If the number of winner will be 2, then they will get 50,000 each. So the number of winners and the total price that was distributed, these are in inverse proportion, students. If the number of winners will increase, the number of amount they get will be decreased. So this question is related to inverse proportion, and formula for the inverse proportion is x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2. Students, suppose this one x1, this one y1, x2 y2. Clear, students? So it will be x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2. We have to use this formula to find out the unknown amounts. जो unknown amounts जिसको हमने x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 इसको हमने assume किया है students, we have to find the value of this and we have to use the formula for inverse proportion. Inverse proportion. In inverse proportion, student, if one quantity is increasing, then other is decreasing. So in this question, it is related to inverse proportion because the number of winners will increase, then the amount they will get will be decreased. x1 into y1. This one will be x1, it means student 1 into y1, that is 1 lakhs, 1 followed by 50 is equal to this one 4 into x1, 4 into x1. We have to find out the value of x1 here. So this one 1 lakhs is equal to 4, x1 is equal to 1 lakh upon 4. So divide this 1 lakh by 4. So this one 25, so 25,000. x1 is equal to 25,000. So value of this x1 student, it will be 25,000. If number of winners will be 4, then the amount will be 25,000 rupees each. If the number of winners 5, what amount they will get? So here 1 into 1 lakhs is equal to 5 into x2, or 5 into x2 is equal to 1 into 1 lakhs. Then x2 is equal to 1 lakhs divided by 5. So 5 2 are 10. Now 2 0 and there are 3 zeros. Okay, students, this one 2 0 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So if the number of winners be 5, then they will get 20,000 rupees each. Clear, students? So value of x2, that is 20,000. If the number of winners are 8, then what amount each will get? So 8 into x3 is equal to 1 into 1 lakhs. Now x3 is equal to 1 lakhs divided by 8. So this one 50,000 divided by 4. Again reduce it by 2. This one 25,000 by 2. स्टूडेंट्स 2 से हमने रिड्यूस इसको कर दिया, फिर इसको 2 से रिड्यूस कर दिया. नाउ दिस वन 25,000 बाई 2. So divide it, 2 1 जा 2, 2 2 जा 4, 10, 2 5 जा 10. So this one 12,500 rupees. So each will get rupees 12,500. If the number of winner 8, then each will get rupees 12,500. If the number of winner is 10, then it will be 10 into x4 is equal to 1 into 1 lakhs, and x4 is equal to 1 lakhs divided by 10. So 10 1 ja this one 1, and it will be 10,000 rupees. If the number of winners will be 10, then each will get 10,000 rupees. If the number of winner is 20, so this one 20 into x5 is equal to 1 into 1 lakhs. x5 is equal to 1 lakhs divided by 20. So this one cancel, 2 5 ja 10. This is rupees 5,000. Clear students? So what is the value of this x1? x1, if the number of candidate, number of winner is 4, then they will get 25,000 rupees. This one x1, and this one x2, if the number of winner is 5, then they will get rupees 20,000 each. If the number of winner is 8 student, then x3 is 12,500 rupees. This one, if the number of winner is 10, then they will get rupees 10,000 each, and if the number of winner is 20, then they will get rupees 5,000 each.